right, ready when you are, Gary.
Brilliant, here we go then. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you, the one and only Derek Thompson, Tommo. He's been in racing for so many years, unbelievable. I have had the pleasure of meeting you, I've had a photo with you, blah, blah, blah. But Tommo, how are you?
Well, are you well? I thought you were.
You beat me to it.
Don't say that.
You beat me to it. That's supposed to calm me down, Derek. Anyway.
I love it.
No,
I've got to say, because the true story, I hope you can hear me, there are things appearing on my screen from other people saying that there's two good-looking guys on. And
well, that's not
I said, are you well? I thought you were. In a video about 8 years ago that was promoting a small hotel just south of Doncaster. And I never thought anything of it. And then a year ago, my daughter, India, rang me and said, Dad, you're on Radio 1. I said, what? And it was Greg James. And he said, he's used your expression. Are you well? I thought you were. So, it's a good man. Anyway, sorry about that.
Absolutely brilliant. You go back a long way, Tom. How did you get into racing? Or can't you remember that far back?
Could remember every horse. Yeah.
Really?
I was 6 years old. I went with my dad, my late father Stanley, to Stockton Racecourse, and it was marvellous. I can tell you all 6 winners. I can remember the smell, the money, the horses, everything. And we went through the card. And in those days, the price of a tote ticket was 4 shillings. And we made £9.17 and sixpence. And I was hooked. It was everything about it. And from that day on, I said, I want to be in racing. And then I heard Peter O'Sullivan commentating, and I thought, oh, I'd love to be like him. But of course, you could never be as good as him. He set a world record years ago that was miles too high for anybody to get. But I wanted to try and be the Peter O'Sullivan. And I just love it. And when I left school, Gisborne Grammar School, when I was 18 after my A-levels, left school on the Thursday, and on the Friday morning, I started with Dennis Smith at 6:45 in the morning.
Brilliant, amazing. Well, you're the 12th person I've interviewed. You interview 12 people a day. So excuse me. So what's your favourite person you've actually interviewed? What comes to mind? That was amazing. That was brilliant. That interview.
Of all the people, I love Tommy Steele, and a lot of your viewers remember Tommy Steele, half a sixpence and all that. And I'll never forget it. He was so nice. When you close up people, not like us, we're far away. You're in your place, I'm in mine. But when we're close up and you put the microphone, you can smell exactly if they've had a drink or not. You can tell whether it's champagne or whiskey or whatever. And he was just such a normal guy for such a big West End star. And I'll never forget it. He was brought up near Epsom. And in those days, they used to get 3 million people going onto the Epsom Downs to watch the Derby. And he said, we used to nick off school. And he said, the only way I could see the horses was walking underneath the people's legs at Tattenham Corner. And I got to the front one year. And I thought, this is a big star who would be in the best private royal box setting. And there he was telling me as a kid how he used to watch the Derby. And I thought, that's good. I like that. And yeah, I've interviewed a few people. I wish I'd got all the autographs. I wish. I've been the first man on the moon, all those sort of things. But I just wish I'd Benny Anderson, ABBA, Money.
Yeah, we're quite ABBA fans.
I interviewed Benny at Newmarket, and how did I finish the interview? I said, Benny, thank you for the music, and thank you for the interview. And he gave me a look, and he thought, yeah. And I've become quite friendly with him. And I was over in Stockholm a couple of years ago, and Benny Anderson rings me and says, Tom, I'll pick you up in 10 minutes outside the hotel. I said, great. What car? He said, Mercedes. So you presume it's a massive Mercedes, don't you?
Yeah.
It was one of those 2-seaters.
Oh.
And I'm thinking, Benny? And he took me to where they recorded all the hits of ABBA. And we just spent a couple of hours together. And he looked at racing. And he was playing the piano. And I was just mesmerised. I'm very lucky, to be able to meet people like that. And it's all thanks to racing.
No, that's wonderful. And I expect the winner takes it all, mate. I've got to get that one in. I've been lucky, mate. I've had some super guests on. I don't know if you've been following, I was very close to Josh Gifford. I've had Nick Gifford on, Tina Cook on, Richard Rowe, and next week we put another bit of jigsaw in. You know him very well. He's agreed to come on next week. Bob Champion.
Oh, Bob. Well, yeah, I go back a long way.
You do.
He'll tell you all the stories. Well, I hope not all of them. We're doing something special on Tuesday, by the way, if I can give this a plug.
Oh, absolutely.
Over the past 3.5 months, we've been walking, obviously not always together, but we compare notes, and we completed 500 miles around Newmarket. I go around the fields, he goes on the Gauts and stuff. And since we have been able to get together, we've been walking together. And we complete 1,000 miles since the lockdown on Tuesday. And we've asked if anybody wants to come and get onto the Bob Champion Cancer Trust website. And we're taking donations to come and walk the last 4 miles. So we've done, it's about 990 so far. So we'll do by Tuesday morning, we'll have done 996. And we're going to do the last 4 miles round Warren Hill. And it'll be lovely, we're 11 o'clock. So we're trying to raise as much money, obviously, for the Bob Champion Cancer Trust. And he'll tell you how much we've raised next Friday. But, you know, for a guy who was given 4 months to live in 1979, incredible.
Yeah, it's a fairy tale. I'm very excited to have that with me. Newmarket, amazing place, mate. You know, we've been up there. We've come to a couple of music nights. I've actually came to Newmarket and refereed a charity match. It was the jockeys against the All Stars. It was a few years ago.
Did you send anybody on?
Oh no, I'm not like that, mate. I'm placid. I'm a good referee. But it's amazing times, and I always say to my missus when we stay up there in the mornings, I'm going out for a paper. I'm about an hour. I find myself going up to the Gallops, mate. It's a wonderful sight. It's so chilled out. You do the morning line reborn there on a Saturday morning, don't you? From there.
When we were walking, we were saying, why don't we bring the morning line back? Everybody, wherever I go, people say, Tommo, can we have the morning line back? And it happens virtually every week, if not every other day. So I said, yeah, let's do it. Now, obviously we can't go on TV, but we can go on Facebook and social media like you and I now. So we started it about 6 weeks ago. It's just taken off. Last week we went to Phil Kirby's stable at Catterick. Lady Buttons was a star of the show. And we've gone to Gouts, we talked to the horse when it eats a bit of grass, you know, everything. And it got nearly 20,000 people, viewers, from all over the world. You know, I'm getting texts and letters from Indiana, from Australia, from Singapore, obviously Dubai and Abu Dhabi, which is big, racing-wise. So tomorrow, racing.
Oh, you broke that one with me.
Have all come from. Oh, did I go there?
You went just for a fraction there, yeah, and you're doing it from the school, aren't you, in Newmarket tomorrow?
The British Racing School, and what is interesting, I went round for a little recce yesterday, and Kieran Fallon, as you know, one of the champion apprentices, and also my former next-door neighbour, Paul Hannigan, the manager. By the way, I'll be revealing an exclusive about Paul Hannigan tomorrow, and it's good news. And when they went to the racing school, neither of them could ride. Now, isn't that incredible? You'd think Kieran Fallon, with a dad, a 6-out champ, and a mum, a great jockey herself, would have put him in the cell, but said, no, you've got to go to school, you've got to get your qualifications, then you can learn to ride. So in the past 6 years, he's learned to ride, and boy, Joe, he's pretty good, isn't he?
He's not bad, is he? He's not bad.
He's not bad.
Well, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on, Derek. Everyone's been looking forward to having you on, but yeah, like you say, social media is a powerful thing. I started these race nights the first week of lockdown because we were missing the racing. I had an amazing crowd, and we've kept going now, and we are sold out every Friday night to October, which is unbelievable. And we've raised nearly £4,000 for our local hospice, but so we've done really well, and we've had some amazing guests, and people like you make our night more special. Thank you so much.
No, with pleasure. Well done for raising money for local people. It is good. Listen. enjoy. And 8:30 in the morning, tune in, Morning Line Report.
Well, what we do, once you come on, mate, I will share it on the Owners Group Premier League page so everyone can
Look
choose.
forward to it.
Thank you ever so much, Derek. Cheers, buddy. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.